Right now, there are over 5,500 confirmed worlds orbiting other stars, not hypothetical, not theory, real planets, confirmed, catalogued, studied, and they are nothing like what we expected. Some are made of burning ice, some orbit two suns at once, some rain liquid iron. Tonight, we classify them all. The hot Jupiter, gas giants the size of Jupiter, or larger, orbiting so close to their stars that a single year lasts just 1 to 5 days. Tidal forces have locked their rotation permanently. One face in eternal day, one face in eternal night. Winds between those two hemispheres exceed 5,000 kilometers per hour. WASP 76b doesn't just have extreme weather. On its night side, it rains iron. They shouldn't exist this close to a star, and yet, they were the first exoplanets we ever found. The super-Earth. Rocky worlds between 1.5 and 2 times Earth's radius. More mass, higher gravity, potentially thicker atmospheres. They are the most common planet type in the galaxy, and we don't have a single one in our own solar system. LHS 1140b sits inside its star's habitable zone. It may hold liquid water. Whether it holds anything else, we're still listening. The mini Neptune, smaller than Neptune, larger than Earth, and one of the most puzzling objects in planetary science. Do they have rocky cores buried under deep hydrogen-helium envelopes, or are they water worlds, massive oceans compressed under atmospheres with no solid surface at all? What we do know is that a radius between 1.7 and 3.5 Earth radii represents a desert, a zone almost devoid of planets, as if something strips them down or builds them up, but never leaves them in between. The radius gap, still unexplained. The ocean world, not a planet with oceans, a planet made of ocean. Water worlds where liquid dominates from the surface all the way down, kilometers deep, under pressures that create exotic forms of ice even at scorching temperatures. The chemistry of life as we know it began in water. These planets have a lot of it. The lava world. Ultra-short orbital periods, extreme stellar radiation. Surfaces so hot that rock doesn't just melt, it vaporizes, creating mineral atmospheres that rain silicates onto the cooler night side. 55 Cancri E orbits its star in 17 hours. Its surface temperature exceeds 2,400 degrees Celsius. This isn't a planet in the traditional sense. It's a geological furnace, the rogue planet. No star, no orbit, no light. Worlds ejected from their solar systems during gravitational chaos in early formation, now drifting through interstellar space alone. Some may still hold internal heat. Some may sustain subsurface oceans beneath thick ice, warmed by radioactive decay deep within their cores. We've confirmed dozens. Models suggest there may be billions of them in the Milky Way alone, entire worlds, wandering in permanent darkness. The Circumbinary Planet. Planets orbiting not one star, but two. Their seasons are chaotic, their gravitational environment constantly shifting, their sunrises doubled. Kepler 16b was the first confirmed. Scientists nicknamed it Tatooine. To stand on its surface and watch twin suns set beneath the horizon would be to witness something our solar system can never offer. The Pulsar Planet, the most hostile address in the galaxy. Planets orbiting pulsars, the rapidly rotating remnants of dead massive stars, bathed in lethal radiation pulses thousands of times per second. PSR 1257 plus 12 hosts 3 of them. They were the first exoplanets ever confirmed, back in 1992, orbiting a stellar corpse. They should not exist. Nothing should survive the supernova that created their host star, and yet, there they are. 5,000 confirmed worlds, billions more waiting. We are living through the greatest era of planetary discovery in human history. If this video showed you something new, hit that like button. And if you want to keep going deeper into the universe every week, subscribe. New video coming soon. The universe is enormous. We're just getting started.